in the last video, I said I was doing a hypermile challenge, and I just filled up the car. It got about 8.331 gallons into it now. And so let's start doing some math. All right, opening up the car real quick. And where are my keys? There they are. I don't know if you guys can see that. I got 191.6 miles on my tank. So I can't do division in my head, so I need to go get a calculator. All right, 22.998 miles a gallon. So basically 23 miles a gallon, which for this car, pretty decent given the fact that it has a shaky exhaust and an aftermarket muffler on it. So, I mean, I can live with that. That's decent. And on that note, well, this isn't a cold start, but lukewarm start. Alrighty, so it is a new day today, and, well, I'm surprised with the results of the Hypermile Challenge, but we're not going to talk about that much today. But what we are going to talk about is something I've talked about before, but there's some updates with it, and that is what is broken on my BMW Z3. What's up, guys? Hope you're having a great day. Let's get started. So if you may recall, I actually filmed this video a while back. That was actually my second video, and if you haven't seen it, link in the description. But before we start talking about what's broken on the Z3, I want to show you guys what's been fixed since that video came out. So going inside the Z3, you might be wondering, oh, what got fixed? Was it the power top? Or was it the power seats? And the answer to that is no. The answer, well, it's my windshield wiper fluid. It now actually gets dispensed. Before, it wouldn't dispense anything, but now it actually works. Along with that, this wasn't in the video, but sometime off camera, my grab handle actually broke off, and that's been fixed now. It's actually been super glued together. It was a $7 fix, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. It's more grippier than before, and it's more grippier than the passenger side grab handle. I feel much more confident in pulling on this than I do on that grab handle, because I'm 90% sure this is gonna fall eventually, and I'm gonna have to go get another thing of super glue to fix this. Alright, so I'm back outside now to show you the first thing that's still wrong with the Z3. I haven't fixed it even after filming the first everything wrong with video, and that is my seat motor. It appears to be working fine, but the problem is it doesn't do anything up or down, and this is actually why people over 6 feet cannot drive my car, because the way the seat motor is adjusted in height is good for my height, because the previous owner was right around my height at 5'7", but for anybody taller, their knees hit into the wheel, they have a struggle hitting the brakes or gas, and it's not as roomy for them, and that's mainly due to this. Along with that, the seat falls victim to the traditional BMW Z3 issue of seat rocking. If you guys can hear that, that's essentially the seat moving front and back, and it's not supposed to do that. However, my fix for that is keeping the seat all the way back, because that's how I like to drive it, and that's my comfortable seating position. However, since my video came out, I have to be careful and not hit the door on the 300ZX. We're good. Since my video came out, the passenger side seat motor has also been acting up, because now it's a bit harder, but you can essentially, there we are, move it front and back, which is not good, especially if your passenger doesn't know that. But on the bright side, the seats can still move up and down, which, yeah. So this next problem, well, you guys probably know what it is by now, because I'm at the trunk of the Z3, but it's in here. And you might think, oh, okay, this is a normal trunk, especially if you haven't seen the last video. And my dear friend, no it is not, because if we move this carpet and the wood underneath it, yeah, there's wood, wood's not supposed to be there, you can see every internal. There's supposed to be this carpeting right here, and it's not there. I've been meaning to buy a new trunk liner, but I mean, what I have right now appears to be working just fine. Just having the 2 carpets here, well, technically 3 if you include this carpet in the back. It's been holding my stuff fairly nicely. And I mean, it's carried backpacks, groceries, all that stuff, and it all appears to be working just fine. However, under the trunk, there's actually a second problem that's going on, and that is right here. My top motor doesn't work. And for me personally, that's fine. Like, I like to manually take down the top and put it back up. And honestly, with the top motor, it takes a good, I want to say 45 seconds from what I've seen. While here, it takes maybe at the most 30 seconds. It takes about 5 seconds to take the roof off, and then maybe another 20 seconds to put the roof up. Because when the motor is here, this thing can still weigh a ton, and so you have to still like step out of the car, put the roof up, and then latch it in. But yeah, I prefer to still do it manually. Will I ever get the top motor fixed? I don't know. Will I do a motor delete? I don't know. Also, we gotta include the obligatory trunk closing, because the struts, they hold the trunk up, but you can quite easily slam it and possibly execute one of your fingers guillotine style. Thankfully, I have all 5 fingers on this hand and all 5 fingers on this hand, so we're good. And so now we move on to the new breakages on the Z3 that have happened. And, well, there's been a few, I want to say, not major, but still kind of a pain to deal with. So let me show you those. I know I've shown you guys this already, but for the sake of the video being about everything broken on the Z3, I might as well show it to you guys again. And so this is my exhaust pipe, right? It's cold, by the way, so I'm hopefully not going to burn my hand. Yeah, it's moving around quite a bit, and it's quite loose. Like, I'm not applying much pressure onto it, and it moves around a lot. I believe it is the exhaust hanger, and so I'm probably gonna fix that sooner or later. The problem is I haven't really had much time to fix it, and I don't have any ramps here, so I need to get some parts to fix this. And more importantly, I need some time to fix this, because I have not had an hour to myself in a long while, because I mean, that's the life of a college student. What do you expect? The next problem I've had to deal with is a little bit of overheating on the Z3, which I thought I'd fixed because, well, let me show you guys. I don't know why, this gets heavier and heavier every time I open it. But here we are under the hood of the M44 4-cylinder powering the Z3. And you might notice a giant gaping hole right in the middle of my engine bay. And there's something that's supposed to be there. I've removed it because it was causing initial overheating. And that is an airbox. So what would happen is that if the snowflake button, which is the ice cold air conditioning in the Z3, wasn't on, then this fan would not spin. And the problem with that is, with the airbox here, heat would come from the engine and get trapped here. And without the fan on, it wouldn't filter out. To the best of my knowledge, I believe that's how that works. If there's an engineer in the comments, please let me know if I'm right or wrong. But essentially, with the fan not on here, heat would be trapped in the airbox, and it would cause the engine to overheat. I believe I have solved that problem by removing the airbox, but overheating still occurs, or at least on the temperature gauge, my heat will go up to a higher spot. This happened in the Mazda Miata video, where I showed Noah, Sean, and the other Noah the Z3. And, well, let me play that clip for you right now.
It's looking like we're having some cooling problems with the Z3 here. A little
Yeah.
bit of overheating happening.
I think the car might be overheating a little bit. A bit past 3/4.
Oh, wait, bro, you're still smack dab in the middle.
What?
Yeah.
Wait. What?
What's up? It went back already?
Yeah, it went back already. So yeah, that happened, and I don't know what to think with that. I believe it is caused by the exhaust hanger being loose, so I don't know for sure. When I fix that, I'll report back if the overheating's still happening, but fingers crossed. I also wanted to mention that that's my door handle. For some reason, it just likes to stick out a bit and not go back in until you do that. Along with that, I've had issues of the door like sticking and just not letting you in which case I've had to go through the passenger door and open up the door that way. So I don't know what's up with that, and I don't know if this is any issue or like big issue, but for now it's like, okay, it's a good way to hold the door. So yeah. And so for the final breakage on the Z3, we got to go back inside, and well, my transmission issue's been fixed, as I've shown before in a previous video, but there are still some remnants of it there. Let me show you guys. But first, like I always do, this is a cold startup on a 1998 BMW Z3. The observant viewer will know the check engine light is on, and it's for the usual. I mean, at this point I might as well keep it on. The P340, P420 codes I've been receiving, I think they have to do with the loose exhaust, and so let's hope. So essentially what is happening is when the car is cold, I'm at 2,000 now, and it will not shift for some reason. Come on, and that's when it'll shift. It'll only shift when it goes up to like higher RPMs, which, I mean, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think that's exactly good for the engine, and I don't know why the transmission is doing that. Thumbnail shot. And just like that, today's video is over. I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, leave a like. If you didn't, leave a dislike. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments below. And if you like what you're seeing, leave a subscribe. And just like that, I'm out. That is a nice sounding Camaro over there. Peace.